Hi, Eva.
Nak dunia belajar yang lagi seronok tak? Jom masuk iKlas! Dengan iKlas nak belajar secara digital di mana-mana pun mudah dan mengujakan. Seronok kan? Di kat sini ada ramai cikgu berpengalaman yang sedia dan bersemangat untuk mengajar. Tak kiralah di mana-mana. Ada soalan ke tu? Tanya je cikgu terus. Ini kan tuition dalam talian. Skor dalam peperiksaan dengan bantuan cikgu tuition. Nota ada, video ada, soalan latih tubi peperiksaan ada dan banyak lagi tau. Tengok tu. Sains, teknologi dan matematik juga tak bosan dengan aktiviti yang sangat interaktif. Komuniti iKlas ni besar. Inilah masanya nak belajar sama-sama dengan kawan baru secara dalam talian. Tak kiralah sama ada nak berbincang pasal subjek baru atau cabar mereka dengan kuis mingguan. Tengok siapa boleh jadi nombor 1. Belajar secara dalam talian boleh jadi seronok dan mudah kalau anda belajar dengan iKlas. Barulah boleh jadi peneraju masa depan. Terukai dunia belajar lagi seronok. iKlas menanti anda.
Good afternoon, teachers and students. We will start shortly, so before that, please make sure you are seated comfortably. You can have your food and drinks with you. Do make sure you have a stable internet connections. If you are with us on Zoom, interact with us through the chat sections. If you are with us on YouTube, please use the comment sections. We would love to hear your thoughts and ideas. You can also ask us any questions you may have. Stay with us until the end to learn. Hello, Sophie. Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? Semua say hi. Good afternoon. Hi. We will start shortly. So before that, semua boleh selesa-selesakan diri dulu, okay? Hi, good afternoon. Hi. Good afternoon. Thank you. I feel good. You guys dah lunch ke? Semua okay? Yes, okay, good. Good afternoon. Hi. Semua dah ready? Okay. All right. Okay, so let's start. Welcome teachers and students to our second workshops of the weeks. focusing on essay writing, brought to you by Maxis E-Class. I am Kakak Ain and I'll be learning together with you in all workshops. So, we had our first workshop yesterday. For those of you who attended, can you share what it was about? If I may recall into your memory, it was something related to 4 steps. Anyone? Yes, tell it like a storyteller, exactly as the title. Anyone else? Something related to A, B, B, S. Can anyone share? Yes, betul. All right. Anansi and the magic part, correct. While yesterday we learned, Okay, yesterday we learned about telling stories. So today we will learn about writing our stories. Our workshop today is all about essay writing. And as usual, I am so delighted because I love writing essays. Okay, I feel like as if I can create my own imaginary world when doing so. So what do you wish to learn into the essay writing workshops? Share with me in the chats or comment sections, okay? But before we begin, it's very important to us to make sure we are ready, not only physically, but also mentally, to make sure we are able to focus. So can I tanya, who here like to eat eggs? You can answer yes if you do. Maybe you like to eat scrambled egg, omelette. Okay, I can see everyone like egg. So for today, we have 8 eggs on the screen. On a scale of eggs, how do you feel today? Maybe you feel like number 1, you are very cool. Maybe you feel like number 3, you're sad. You can share in the comment section or chat the number of eggs that you feel like. 8 and 1. Oh wow, interesting. 7. Okay, 6 and 8. All right. Okay, as for me, I think today I feel like let's see. I think I'm number 6. Bored? Okay, if you are bored, actually, you might not be able to focus. So if you are unable to focus now and then, try to take a deep breath, okay? Okay? Siapa yang tadi tu tak boleh fokus, feeling bored, alright? Take a deep breath and then you can focus. You can also reach out to us in the chat or comment section if you need any help. Alright. Today's workshop is our first essay writing workshops. Do you know in Maxis E-Class HIP StoryFest competition, there is an essay writing category? If you are interested to submit an essay for the competition, type yes in the chat or comment sections. Just to let you know, all of our essay writing workshop will be facilitated by Guru Lab, which specialize in providing personalized English class for students. We have with us today Cikgu Emily, who will be guiding us to master the basics of writing skills. Cikgu Emily, over to you.
Thank you so much, Kakak Ain. Good afternoon, everyone. It's so lovely to meet all of you. So I'm going to start to share my screen. All right. If you can hear me and if you can see me, you can say good afternoon or hello in the chat box. It is really nice to see all of you here on a Wednesday afternoon, ready to learn and to really get to grips with writing a high quality essay. Okay, so but before we start, we're gonna do an icebreaker. So breaking the ice means to get comfortable and get to know each other a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna do this through a game that I think all of you would know, which is called Hangman. All right, so if you know how to play Hangman, you can let me know in the chat. Yes, I played this before. Yes, says Dia, well done. Okay, so now for Hangman, all you have to do is just guess what the word is by providing some alphabets, or if you already know the word, you can just type the full word out. Okay, so maybe we ask Kakak Ain first to help us. Kakak Ain, what is your favorite alphabet?
I would say maybe A, because my name start with A. So yeah, A.
Wonderful. Okay, let's see if A is in the mix. It is indeed. Okay, boys and girls, Any more guesses? And this is a fruit, by the way. A B. Okay, let's see if we have letter B. Oh, we don't, but try again. G, let's see. We don't as well, but still have many chances. Okay, lots of P's in the chat. Wow, multiple P's. Well done. I see J, I see M. And I hear from Shreya, it's a pineapple, is it? Let us spell it out. Absolutely right. Well done, Shreya's boys and girls. All of you who guessed pineapple, absolutely well done. Okay, next one. This is a name of a person. Let's see if you can guess. You can start with an alphabet first, boys and girls. Wow, look at Hamshini. Good guess, yeah? Okay, I'm going to put in what Hamshini and some of you have said, and you have guessed it absolutely perfectly. Well done, you guys. My name is Cikgu Emily, and it's really nice to be here with you. Okay, third one, yeah? Okay, this one is a skill in the English language that is very essential. Okay, you can give us alphabets. What alphabet do you think should be that? Okay, let's start with a B from Sinya. Hafiz, A. Grammar, okay. Grammar is important, yes. Shreya has given us something starting with W. Zachary echoes. Do you agree with Shreya and Zachary? Okay, let's see some E's. Oops. Okay, many of you are giving the full word. Yes, it is writing. Very important skill and what we're going to focus on today. Well done. And again, if you were paying attention to Kakak Ain, you will know what you're writing today. So what are we writing today, boys and girls? Sinya, you've been paying full attention. Hamshini as well. Tiva, Jada, wow, look at you. Such attentive boys and girls. Well done. Okay, and my final question is, where does Cikgu Emily teach currently? So if you paid attention to Kakak Ain, you might have, oh wow, Eva paid attention. Wow, you're not even playing hangman now. You're just playing wordman or something. Full words. Well done, you guys. So attentive. This is what we want so that you fully grasp what we're going to learn today. All right, well done. So that's our hangman. Excellent job, boys and girls. And we're going to go right into the slides. Okay. So first time, oops. So I don't want to share. I want to present. Thank you, Hamshini, well done. Okay. So before we get started with the lesson, I'm just going to introduce Guru Lab to you. Yeah, very quick introduction. So what does Guru Lab do? Maybe Kakak Ain, you can tell us what it says here. What does Guru Lab do?
Guru Labs offer an English language learning experience that is personalized and engaging for students by empowering tutors with tech and data analytic tools.
Whoa, what is that? Quite big words, right? Tech, data analytics. What does that all mean? So let's look at it in simple terms. So let's look at this student. Her name is Sarah. So everyone, can you just say, hi, Sarah? Hamshani, you're right. Tech is short for technology. Good. Yeah, hi, Sarah. Okay, what kind of expression is Sarah having on her face? And I can see those of you in YouTube as well. Feel free to comment in the live chat. How does she, oh, she looks confused, doesn't she? All right. Can't see the screen? Okay. All right, make sure you pin the screen, yeah? All right, now Sarah here looks like she's confused. Well, Sarah has a problem, but let's look at what her problem is. So Sarah, she's 13 this year. She should be in Form 1, but her English proficiency or her English language skill is that of a 10-year-old. Nothing wrong with that. The real problem here is that she can't follow the classes in school because the classes are a little bit challenging for Sarah. So that's the problem here. How are we going to help Sarah? What do you think? Oh, Hamshini says, Sarah, you should do some workbooks. Good advice. Any other advice for Sarah? Oh, she should join this workshop. Yeah, good idea. She can catch up with this on the YouTube channel. Good. Make it like a game. Do revision. Oh, have good sleep. That's important. Good. All right. Now let's see what Sarah did to solve this problem. Well, Dani, you're straight away going like join Guru Lab right away. Well done. Write essays, good. Pay attention, revision, study harder. Very good ideas, boys and girls. So now this is what Sarah did. When she felt that she was having challenges coping with English language learning in school, she decided to take a placement test, a very short test with Guru Lab, not to get marks or anything, but to identify what her superpower and potential in the English language is. Maybe Sarah is really good at speaking, but maybe her grammar is not so good. So she has a superpower there, but she also has things that she needs to improve in. So when she finds out what her superpowers and potential are, she goes and joins 19 other students in a class. So she's not alone there, in order to improve and polish her English skills. And maybe along the way, she might meet people like Miss Rina, Miss Vicky, Miss Amanda, Mr. Asfar, or Miss Emily, who's seeing you here all today. And what happens is, as she does her lessons, and some of you mentioned she should write more essays, right? So she goes and writes some essays on the Guru Lab platform. And this is what happens when she writes an essay, it gets marked. Now, boys and girls, what do you do when you get your marked essay back from your teachers? Normally, what do you do? Oh, Zachary says, stay calm. Yes, stay calm, keep calm, and yeah. Oh, you feel scared, you feel excited, yeah, when you get marked essays back. Yep. So you're gonna get, Sarah gets marked essays back from Guru Lab. And what happens is, yeah, she might feel nervous, excited, proud. She might want to practice more good. All that is marked on her essays are going to go into a technology platform, and it will help actually the tutors to know what to teach Sarah next, so that she can not just catch up, but really expedite her language learning journey. All right. So isn't that wonderful that technology can do that nowadays? All right. So that's a little bit about Guru Lab and a little bit more about Sarah. In the daytime, it's not that, Sarah isn't learning in school. In the daytime, she goes to school, she learns with her friends in school, but at night or maybe in the evening, she will come along with this 7-level quest and also be learning English in Guru Lab. So that's the story of Sarah, which I hope will explain to you a little bit about what Guru Lab is all about. And in today's short webinar, I'll be sharing with you one of the writing superpowers that Sarah has built from Guru Lab. All right, I've introduced lots about Guru Lab, but I think it's only right that I introduce myself now. My name is Miss Emily. I am from Petaling Jaya, Selangor. So if you're from Selangor too, you can give me a wave on Zoom. And back when I was a student like you, I managed to become a top 50 SPM scorer, and very lucky to have received a sponsorship to study in London. But when I came back, I decided to become an English teacher, and that's why I am here with you. I've taught English and English for Science and Technology. I've also just completed my Master of Education at UM. And besides working and teaching, I love reading, I love writing, listening to music, and hiking. So you can share your hobbies with me in the chat box. Lovely. All right, we're going to start. So first and foremost, we're going to get into the writing bit now. We're going to set our intention for today's lesson. Very good. I can see people who love reading in the chat as well. Now, we're going to answer 3 simple questions to set our intention so that we maximize the benefits from today's class. The first question is, what do we write? Okay, let me know in the chat box, or let me also ask Kakak Ain. What do you write, Kakak Ain?
If you mean by genre, I like to write mystery story, kind of like solving mysteries, something like that.
Very interesting. Kakak Ain likes to write about mysteries. Boys and girls, what do you write? Oh, Sinia says sci-fi. What else? Okay, lots of stories, thrillers, adventures, wars. All right, you're talking about stories. Besides writing stories or essays, what else do you write in real life? And Dia's like, I like writing about romance, magic, fantasy is good. Okay. What else do you write?
If I may
Go on,
answer,
Kakak Ain, yes.
I think basically every day I write to-do list.
Oh, so Kakak Ain has lots of things to do in one day to keep organized. She writes a to-do list. What else do you write? Kisha says real life story. Maybe you write your diary or your journal. That's writing as well. Shreya writes a diary. Hamshini writes stories, Aesop stories with moral values. Good. Okay. So you can even write emails, text messages. You actually write a lot more than you think you do. Yeah. Now, next question. How do you write? Okay, all those things that you mentioned, how do you write them? What do you use? Kakak Ain, what do you use to write your mystery stories or to-do list?
Yes, I use my pen, a notebook, or sometimes I use my computer or laptops.
Very interesting. So Denny uses a pen as well. Hamshini uses once upon a time, one fine day. Very good. Good strategies. Lanisha, pencil and paper. Okay, so you have many ways. Shreya uses imagination. That's powerful. Good. Well done. Okay, so you have many different ways of writing. And the most important question is, why do you write? Why do you write those stories? Why do you write those lists? Kakak Ain, why do you write?
For me, I write my to-do list so that I would miss out anything. I mean, like the things that I need to do. Yeah. For the mystery story, I like to write because I like to travel through my imagination world.
Excellent. Well done, Kakak Ain. I'm looking at the chats and your answers, boys and girls, are so interesting. You have to improve in English, to be intelligent, good. To relieve your stress, well done. You're right, because it's a hobby, good. Well done, you guys. See, you actually have a very good reason to write, and therefore you have a very good reason to be in this workshop. So let's pay careful attention. Okay, before I get into that strategy I'm going to teach you, I'm also going to share maybe what, how, and why I write. Yeah, please know, boys and girls, writing is not exams. Yeah, you're going to be writing for the rest of your lives. So, for example, in Miss Emily's writing journey, as a teacher, I would edit some of the school's yearbooks. So, your majalah sekolah, school magazine. Yeah, your some of your English teachers might be writing or editing those. Yeah. Sometimes I also write books for students. So for your abang-abang, kakak-kakak taking SPM, what? Oh, Hamshini does Saswadi workbooks. Maybe you've seen this. If you ever meet me, come and get an autograph. Why not? I also, as a student, I also have to write a research report. So that's another kind of writing. You will write forever in your lives. Yeah. And essay competitions, you guys do lots of essay competitions as students. Don't be surprised. You still have many chances as you grow up. Yeah. And some of you might even write books one day. So that's my writing journey. Maybe I also share with you my students' writing journeys. So if you look on the right-hand side, on the top two, you can see Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition and Trust for Sustainable Living. So these are international essay competitions. As students, you can already take your writing journey to the next level by taking part in some of these writing competitions. And you can see below as well, writing is not just for essays. Before my students could even write or win a poetry slam, they had to write a poem. So writing could be for poetry, or even before they win a public speaking championship, they had to write a speech. So writing, there's plenty that you can write, and your writing journeys are going to be so rich and wonderful. All right, so these are just examples. And finally, just to acknowledge those of you who said writing has to do with intelligence, with thinking, you are absolutely right. Yeah, Kakak Ain, what does this quote say? Can you read it for us?
Yes, writing is thinking. To write well is to think clearly.
Well done. So by writing, your brain actually becomes supercharged. Yeah. All right. So where do we start when we write? Like Hamshini had mentioned, once upon a time, one fine day, we start at the start. We start at the beginning. Okay. And today's webinar is going to be focused especially on helping you create that introduction that is super impactful. Okay. With that, we are going to look at what we mean. So here is a question that maybe can I ask Kakak Ain? Would you be able to read this for us from the top? Your class has been. And while Kakak Ain is reading, the rest of you, let me know in the chat what the big topic of this essay is. All right, Kakak Ain.
All right. Your class has been discussing their leisure activities and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about your leisure activities. In your essay, you should write about what your leisure activity is, reason for your choice, when do you usually do the leisure activities.
Thank you, Kakak Ain. So boys and girls, what is the topic here? Hamshini, Eva, Zachary have guessed. Those on YouTube, tell us, what is the topic here, the big topic? You're absolutely right, boys and girls. It is about my leisure activity. So how do we open an essay about my leisure activity? I'm going to give you one superpower today. That superpower is a strategy that looks like a funnel. But before we talk about that strategy, let me ask you, what is the function of a funnel, boys and girls? Or maybe Kakak Ain, where can you find funnels and what do you use it for?
For me, at my home, I can find funnel at my kitchen. Basically, I use it to make sure, when I pour coffee, the serbuk coffee tak terkeluar, tak bersepah-sepah. So everything is inside the cup, macam tu.
Wow, so meticulous when making coffee. Kakak Ain will use the funnel in the kitchen. Where else will we use funnels? So Hamshini in the chat box has said, to bring a liquid into a bottle with precision. I like your vocab, precision. To realize filtration. Okay, where are you going to filter all these things? Where are you going to use this funnel besides in your kitchen? To filter liquid from residue, Zachary, well done. Yeah, you might use this in your science lab. Yeah, so it's essentially like Kakak Ain and all of you have mentioned. Good, Puga. It is to make sure everything goes into the container. Could be water, could be oil. Hamshini, Denny, well done. Yeah, and you make sure that all your great ideas get packaged and channeled so that when your reader starts to read the body paragraph, okay, the main points, they already have some of your idea. They already led to your thinking and your ideas. Okay, so we're going to use funnel strategy to write an impactful introduction. Okay, let's look at this funnel. How many parts are there? Kakak Ain, how many parts can you see?
3.
3 parts, 3 layers. Okay, good. Now look at the first layer, Kakak Ain. You see a picture there. What is that?
I can see a hook. Yeah.
Oh, when do you use a hook? Or what does this hook do here in the picture?
To catch something.
Catch something. What do you think we catch with it?
Usually I catch fish with it, but for essay, I'm not so sure.
Oh, very interesting. Why are we having this hook for catching fish on our essay slide? Yeah, Dia, Hamshini, Joanne, all of you said marine animals, fish. Someone said to catch ideas. Someone said it's a word. Okay, so in essays, our hook is actually used to catch the reader. Okay, so imagine your reader's a fish. They're swimming everywhere. You know, there are too many things to read. Books, novels, blogs, messages, emails. So you need to catch them so that they will stay and read your essay. That is the point of your impactful introduction. Okay, you start with a hook. Catch your reader's attention. Okay, you're still catching fish in the chat box. Never mind. Okay, after you have your hook, right? The next step in the funnel would be an introductory remark, meaning you have to start to introduce the topic. And remember, what's our topic again, Kakak Ain or boys and girls? What is our topic? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. My leisure activity. Good job. And finally, once you have introduced that, you give a statement that will link to your body paragraph. Well done, boys and girls. Okay, so let's look at hooks first. Yeah. how do we catch the reader's attention? So there are three categories of hooks. Normally in an essay, you don't need to use all three at one go. Okay, when people go fishing, they have one fishing rod with one hook. That's enough. All right. So maybe Kakak Ain, can you share with us an example of a hook that is a definition, statistic, trivia, or news? Okay, let's look here. Okay, let's start Kakak Ain.
In a 24-hour day, we may, we may spend 8 hours working and 8 hours sleeping, thus leaving us with 8 hours of free time to enjoy.
Well done. So giving this statement, which has numbers, which has some definition, it actually makes people interested and they're like, I can relate to this. Maybe some of you spend 12 hours studying or working because you're very hardworking. Put whatever numbers there that makes sense. Okay. All right. That's one kind of hook. You can give numbers. You can give fun facts, which means trivia means fun facts. Yeah? A second kind of hook. This is a quotation. So Kakak Ain, can you tell us how do we use a quotation for my leisure activity?
Okay. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy.
Very good. So this quotation can be idioms, can be things that famous people say, can be proverbs. Yeah. So go and learn up all those, go and revise all those. Yeah. And if you have anything that's relevant to leisure activity, you can start your essay with that. That's a second type of hook. Right. The third kind of hook, how to make your reader stop and pay attention, is you give rhetorical questions. Okay. What is a rhetorical question? A question, you know it's a question because there's a question mark. But a rhetorical question means when somebody asks you, they're not expecting you to reply. They're just asking you so that you think about it. All right? So, I mean, it's an essay. It's a piece of writing. Maybe the reader cannot reply the writer straight away. That's why it's a rhetorical question. All right? Kakak Ain, can you share with us maybe some examples of rhetorical questions for my leisure activity?
Okay. How many hours in a day do you spend to do something? Or have you heard of the saying something?
Good. All right. So you can see Kakak Ain is almost going to combine rhetorical question with quotation there. Have you heard of the saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? All right. So you can mix and match some of these. You can use them on their own, but no stress. How many hooks do you need? Just one. Well done, boys and girls. Right. So after you have hooked your reader and they pay attention, start to pay attention to your writing, then you introduce the topic. Okay. So we move to the second layer, introductory remarks. So now here you want to introduce maybe the wider topic area. So your specific topic is my leisure activity, but you maybe introduce leisure activity in general first. Kakak Ain, can you share with us how do we have an introductory remark for leisure activities?
Okay, leisure activities are activities that we engage in when we have some free time outside our scheduled routines.
Well done, Kakak Ain. Yeah. So we have actually just defined leisure activities, but we've given some detail here. Yeah, we've used some good vocab outside our scheduled routines. Yeah, not just outside our daily work. Okay. So most students, right, I noticed would start their introduction here. So today you learn hook, okay? And then once you have introduced your topic, you come and be more specific. It is not your mom's or your dad's leisure activity. It's not your sisters, your brothers, your friends, your teachers, uncle, auntie's leisure activity. No, it is my leisure activity. Okay, so you can see the shape of your introduction is becoming narrower and narrower, more and more focused. Yeah, so let's have this thesis statement, or just we call it a connection to the specific question. Okay, on my leisure activity, Kakak Ain.
Everyone has a leisure activity that they enjoy, myself included.
Well done. Okay, so the final sentence is where you become more and most specific, tie it back to the question, okay? And when you have 3 sentences, something like this, you will definitely have an impactful introduction. All right, boys and girls? Okay, I can see lots of happy reactions in the emojis, okay? So this is the superpower you're getting today, impactful introduction. Now, before I move on, I don't want to rush this, yeah? Maybe I ask Kakak Ain, you choose your favorite hook, and then you read one hook, the introduction, a comment, and the thesis statement. When Kakak Ain reads in one flow, boys and girls, you tell me in the chat, is this impactful to you or not? All right, Kakak Ain, your favorite hook, and then the other 2.
All right. Have you heard of the saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? Leisure activities are activities that we engage in when we have some free time outside our schedule routine. Everyone has a leisure activity that they enjoy, myself included.
Well done, Kakak Ain. So boys and girls, that is a full introduction. Did you like it? Eva is like, yes, with double exclamation. Joanne is positive about it. Lenisha likes it. Oh, Muhammad Dan, okay. Muhammad Dan says, I still don't understand what leisure is. Okay, I should have told you earlier on. My apologies. Leisure, it means free time. Okay, so maybe you say, during my leisure time, I enjoy ice skating. So a leisure activity means an activity that you do when you are free. All right, boys and girls understand leisure? Okay, well done. Thank you. Muhammad Dan, you are very brave to ask. So if anybody doesn't understand in this webinar, YouTube or Zoom, you just ask. Okay, so now you know what leisure activity is. Now you know how to write an impactful introduction. Okay, so just to recap, use the funnel. All right, use the funnel so that your reader will fall at the specific topic. This way, it's not just impactful, you know. When you go and write your essay in the exam, sometimes you're very nervous. Very, very nervous. Only got 40 minutes. I need to write faster. And when you write so fast, sometimes, as a teacher, I see that students will terpesong. That means they write the wrong topic. Okay? Because maybe they feel, leisure activity, I just write about my friend's leisure activity. Okay, they're too nervous. So by planning your introduction using funnel, you are going to, number 1, make impact, and number 2, definitely you cannot run away from the question. All right? Okay, use funnel next time if you can. All right. With that, I just want to stress one more thing, yeah, before you try. Okay, before you try, one more thing I want to stress. From this funnel, yeah, did the funnel tell us what the student's leisure activity is? Yes or no? Some not sure, some not sure. Okay, let's look back at the funnel, yeah? Look at it. Did it tell us what the leisure activity is? Okay, most are saying no. The answer is actually no. Yeah, because this is just the introduction. Okay, no, it did not tell you what the leisure activity is. Now, come back. Did the funnel tell you, did the introduction tell you what the reasons for the leisure activity is? Did they tell you why they like to do ice skating, why they like to do reading? Okay, come back and see. Very good, Sanggitana. Puga, very good. Abluanan, very good. They did not. Yeah? Okay, Abluana said kinda. Actually, they didn't, because they didn't tell you what the activity is. Therefore, they didn't tell you why they chose the activity. Okay, last question, yeah? Just to make sure we really get the funnel right. Did the introduction tell you when you do that specific leisure activity? Did they tell you when you do? leisure activity, that specific activity. Wow, Eva is so confident. No, with like 10 alphabet O's and exclamation marks in capital letters. So they didn't tell you when they do the specific leisure activity. Yeah, they just gave you a general fact about how your day is like, but they didn't tell you when. They didn't tell you evening, they didn't tell you night, they didn't tell you morning. All right, so what is my point here? My point here is that number one, funnel is impactful. Funnel will help you answer the question, and funnel will actually help you to avoid writing your body paragraph points in your introduction. All right, so 3 benefits of funnel already. So make sure you try and use funnel. Okay, so when you don't touch your body paragraph points, right, that means you will have lots of room to elaborate, to write all your ideas on the 3 points later on. Okay, so keep your introduction short, sweet, and focused, and we are going to let you try a funnel. Okay. All right, so now it's your turn. Here is a fresh question, okay, for all of you. And if you notice, right, this question, you might see it again somewhere, okay, but I won't tell you where. Kakak Ain, I know it's a little bit blurred, so maybe Kakak Ain will help to read the question for all of us.
Okay. In your class, your teacher has been using a variety of applications and platform for online learning. Write an essay in about 200 to 300 words about the application and platforms that have been the most useful and fun for you. You may use the notes to help you.
All right, so we leave out the notes because that one is for body paragraph. What is the main topic here? So just now it was my leisure activities. Here? Okay, Kakak Ain, what do you think is the main topic here?
I would say applications and platform for online learning.
Online learning, and then in specifically applications and platforms. Well done. Okay, so this essay, be careful, yeah, boys and girls. It says write about which ones have been most useful and fun for you. So let me ask you a question. In your introduction paragraph, do you need to give specific which one and why you like it and when you use it? Do you need to do that? Okay, remember in your funnel, do you need to, Eva is having an opinion, yeah? What about the rest? Or Kakak Ain, do you need to actually be very specific? What platform, what apps?
I think I agree with Eva. I think no.
Probably not, yeah? Because you want to save that for your body paragraph. Yes. So now you just focus on introducing the topic. Now, you can start with using a hook, okay? So you use a hook, and in this hook, maybe you can use definition, you can use a quote, you can use a question. So boys and girls, I give you 1 minute just to think, what question, or the easiest is actually question, what question can you ask people about online learning and platforms? Okay, those from YouTube, you can type in the chat. Okay, maybe while you're typing, I ask Kakak Ain also, what kind of question do you want to ask people about online learning?
Maybe I can ask what kind of platforms that they use? Or
Perhaps, yeah.
yes. And I can see Hamshini's sharing something.
Do you want to share with us,
Okay.
Kakak Ain? Hamshini's, yeah.
Yeah, Hamshini said, do you think online learning is the best? And then Shreya said, did you ever experience online learning? If you did, what are your thoughts on it? Interesting.
Well done. Anybody want to try a definition or a statistic or maybe a trivia? When did we do online learning? Kakak Ain, when did we do online learning?
I think after COVID-19.
Oh, yeah.
And and
Why COVID-19 forced us to use online learning?
during PKP. Because online classes, when we have class at home.
All right, that's exactly it. Kakak Ayan, do you see anything interesting in the chat box? Do you want to pick few of the ones you find interesting?
Yes, I can see Gun sharing nowadays as a teenagers, we always use online learning platform to study during PDPR at home. I think it's definition, something like that, right?
Yeah, it's actually news or
Oh.
definition also. Well done, Gun. Yeah, I can see. Most of you are saying, during PKP, to prevent more people from getting COVID, online learning took place. That's a blend. I blended Chris and Joanne's answer. Good job, right? Well done. Good, Shreya. During the MCO caused by COVID-19, students and teachers were forced to carry out online learning from home. Well done. That is an interesting hook. Yeah. When people read, remember your hook is to catch their attention. So all the examples that you've given are actually very good hooks. Okay. So now you know how to do hook. We move on then. You try, to the introductory remark. So the bigger topic is online learning. Tell me something about online learning generally. Okay. All right. Kakak Ain, do you see anything interesting in the chat?
I think maybe they need some time, but
Okay.
Jaden said that we are doing online learning right now.
Very good. So you can actually carry on from during COVID-19 lockdown, we had online learning. That's sentence number 1. Online learning continues to be used by schools and other learning centers currently. So that is already your comment. So Jaden, your spontaneous comment is actually the second part of the funnel. Good job. Okay. Next up, okay, third one, I give you 1 minute to come up with the most specific sentence. Talk about the platforms and apps. Okay, give us a general statement on that. Okay, 1 minute. So Kakak Ain, you can read some of the interesting things happening in the chat. I'm actually gonna charge my laptop very quickly.
Okay. So, yes, I can see from Shreya, online learning was an interesting experience. It opened my mind to a whole new world that made school different. Okay, good, very good. Yes, very good. Maybe you can add more connections to the questions, a more specific one to the introduction that you've wrote. Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, that's an example. I think maybe we can put that in the body instead.
That's a good idea, Kakak Ain. Thank you for sharing some of the wonderful things that our students are writing in the chat. Yes, you can give examples, okay? But remember, whatever examples, if you want to give the specific names of platforms in this sentence, then it's almost like you promise your reader, in my body paragraph, I'm going to tell you about Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, Guru Lab, whatever examples, okay? So you can say those, but be careful, if you promise your reader something, make sure you deliver in the body later on. All right, very good. So many examples. YouTube people, hi. Right also, yeah, you can try as well. Okay, very good. Online learning made me go in technology. Online learning can be understandable, good. Good. Platforms such as, very good. You're using such as, for example, Zachary, such as Padlet, Google Classroom, have been rising in popularity. Excellent. Third level of the funnel. Good. Eva, online learning helps me realize we can study anytime and anywhere. That is excellent. Second level of the funnel. Zoom, says Kisha Lan. That is Okay, you need to put full sentence, yeah, Kishalan, but good ideas. All right, excellent. All right. Okay. So I am gonna just see if there are any more interesting comments in the chat or on YouTube. Okay. Very good. Lanisha says online learning is a good experience. We're very happy to hear that. Yeah, that means it's not just the online learning, it's also you paying good attention. Yeah, so well done, Lanisha. Some of you say, yes, quotation, study first, play afterwards. Okay, but you must relate that to online learning. Yeah, Eva? Okay, I'm just scrolling up and seeing. You're doing a good job, boys and girls. You've written so much already today. Let me look at a few more comments. Hamshini has a good quotation. I think we missed this one out earlier. Hamshini says, online learning can be a lifeline to those who have obstacles, such as geographical distances or physical disabilities, said Paul Levinson. That's a very good quotation. You can actually keep that. You know, Hamshini, don't just Google, don't just put in the chat. You take that down, you keep that for next time if you have an essay on online learning. Good. Well done. Let's see what the new people have commented. Okay, let's look at the last 4 comments. Kakak Ain, do you want to read what Shreya has said at 3:46?
Yes, online learning was an interesting experience. Each platform gave me a different experience, and I used many platforms, which were Google Meet and quizzes. I had a great time learning these things with different platforms.
Well done. Okay, that is quite a good introduction. Okay, you can start with a more exciting hook, but the fundamental structure is already there. Yeah, Shreya? Well done. You guys worked so hard. I didn't expect this in a webinar where you guys are just writing out your one whole paragraph in our chats. Excellent. Good job. Okay. Last one, Hamshini. Okay, Hamshini is talking about online learning made teachers stressed up as the online meetings made Google Meet lag. All right, now let's look at that, yeah? Look at the question carefully. What kind of platforms do they want? Do they want good platforms or do they want problematic platforms? What do you think, Kakak Ain?
Let's see. Let's go back to the question. I think it wants us to focus on the good platform or the fun and useful one.
Yes, that's exactly it. Okay. So as you respond, I give you some feedback. Yeah. Don't feel sad that you did wrongly. I tell you so that when you enter the competition, you write the correct thing. Yeah. The key word is useful. The keyword is fun. So it should be, you should pick the ones that are actually useful and fun to talk about. All right. Okay, good. So keep that in mind. Okay, Kishalan has given us another paragraph. Kakak Ain, do you want to read Kishalan's one? Kishalan, I think at 3:48.
Okay. All right. Online learning was a very interesting experience. Each platform gave me a different experience, and I used many platforms which were Google Meet and quizzes. I had a great time learning these things with different. I think something is missing there. It's a good chance, and then maybe you can continue something.
Exactly. That's a good start, Kishalan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You already have at least level 2 and level 3, the bottom 2 of a funnel. Yeah, you can think about what quotation, what question to ask, make your reader very interested in your essay. All right. Thanks, Kishalan. You're very welcome. I love that you're hearing this feedback. Yeah. Okay. With that, I'm going to show you a sample introduction. Okay? And I'm going to ask Kakak Ain to read out to us this sample.
Before that, can I read Shreya one? Last one.
Of course. Yes, go ahead. Shreya has worked hard on this.
Online learning, what was your experience? Did you enjoy it? I know I did. I had a great time learning different things on different platforms. I love most of the platform, and it is nice to know that the online world is growing.
Fantastic, Shreya. This is excellent. Shreya's asked 3 rhetorical questions in his example. Yeah, so those on the Zoom call can see, but those on YouTube, you've heard Shriya's one being read by Kakak Ain. All right, now Kakak Ain, if you can read us this, the one on this slide.
Okay. Before the COVID-19 pandemic struck in 2020, did you ever think that you could be learning through laptops and mobile phone daily? Well, online learning has become a staple in education these days. Indeed, thanks to online learning, I've had the opportunity to use an amazing range of application and platforms.
Well done, Kakak Ain. Okay, so you can see here, yeah, there's a very clear funnel. Okay, and then once you end with I have used many, then your body paragraph, you can tell us what have you used, why were they useful, when did you use them, and all those good things. All right. So a funnel, remember, use a funnel so you can focus your ideas so that people are led to your great ideas in the body paragraph. Okay. And for those of you who are wondering, what is staple? Staple is not the stapler, yeah. Staple means it becomes something very common, something that you can find all the time in education these days. All right. So I hope, boys and girls, that today you have learned and tried to use a funnel to write a very powerful introduction that will catch people's attention and lead them to your body paragraph. Okay, and if you have managed to do that today on YouTube or on Zoom, just let me know. I have learned today how to write a great introduction. Okay, and while you're letting me know, I'm also going to share with you a final 3 kinds of tips to improve your writing skills. This one we can't do in a call, but this one you can do slowly at home. Maybe you can read more books, more magazines, more newspapers. And as you're reading, you don't just read and then forget about it. When you read something and you find like, wow, that word is so cool. One of you was asking, leisure activity. Later after this, you write down leisure activity. You write down staple, okay? Write down the good vocab, good phrases. The Paul Levinson one, I think Hamshini gave us. That was good. Write it down, yeah? And then don't just write down and keep and use for the exam. Go and show it off. Go and apply your skills, your knowledge, your vocabulary. And one way for students is definitely join writing competitions. And Maxis E-Class has given you an excellent competition to join, okay? And finally, to really test that you have remembered today's lesson, you can go to My Guru Lab Instagram and answer the 5 questions that are related to today's workshop. So if you have Instagram now, our friend Ms. Kashin has put the link in the chat box, okay? And go and click. You might have somewhere to fill in your school's name. So when you put in your school's name and you click, by the end of today, or you can share this story with your school friends as well and tell them what you learned so they can click. And the school with the highest number of responses are going to be announced on My Guru Lab Instagram. All right, boys and girls, share with your friends, answer the quiz, make your school proud. All right, well done. Thank you for coming today. This is the My Guru Lab Instagram. Yeah, you can follow for more tips on grammar, writing, speaking, listening, reading. But most importantly, you go and answer the question about today's webinar, because then you remember what you learned, because you learn a lot, like Izani has said. Okay, and with that, it is 3:55. I pass the floor back to Kakak Ain, who's been so lovely helping us. Boys and girls, you better say thank you, Kakak Ain, later. Yeah? All right, Kakak Ain, over to you.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you, Cikgu Emily. Okay, I really enjoyed the workshop just now. Can adik-adik here, can you share in the chat or comment section what is one thing that you learned just now and how it will help you in your writing? I want to see if you guys understand what we were learning tadi. Thank you. Yes, I learned how to write a captivating introduction. Betul. As for me, I think the session just now not only remind me to include all of my ideas using funnel strategy, but it also helped me to create a great introduction. Thank you, Cikgu Emily. I think all of us now can use it into our AC and make it better before we submit for the competitions. Okay? For your information, there will be more workshops and even practice videos coming up. And all these will be available on Maxis e-class. So for those of you who are not on e-class yet, once again, I invite you to register for an account so you don't miss out. Okay, in 2 weeks' time, on 27 July 2022, we'll be having our next workshop on storytelling and essay writing. I hope I can see all of you there nanti ya. Okay, please register for the workshop so you won't miss out. Okay, it's in 2 weeks, okay? Bukan next week, eh? Okay, one final thing before we end. Starting from today, there are e-certificate for those of you who joined. So, all you need to do is, okay, you can complete the feedback form at the link on the screen. You can also scan the QR code untuk pergi to the link, to the form. Right? Please make sure you complete this form within 2 days after this workshop. So, meaning you have today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Right? And your e-certificate will be emailed to you within 5 working days. So make sure the email address that you've given is correct and don't forget to check your spam and junk folder. Sebab sometimes the email will end up there, right? So maybe you guys can take a picture of this QR code and then you guys can complete the form later. If you have take the pictures, you can say yes, welcome. What is that for? Okay, this is for certificate, yeah, Dia? Yes, to get your certificate, you can scan this QR code. Nanti dia akan bawa ke form, Google Form. Alright, done. Okay, good. That's all for now. See you all again very soon. Thank you and have a good afternoon. Bye.
Jom masuk ikhlas. Dengan ikhlas nak belajar secara digital di mana-mana pun mudah dan mengujakan. Seronok kan? Di kat sini ada ramai cikgu berpengalaman yang sedia dan bersemangat untuk mengajar. Tak kiralah di mana-mana. Ada soalan ke tu? Tanya je cikgu terus. Ini kan tuition dalam talian. Skor dalam peperiksaan dengan bantuan cikgu tuition. Nota ada, video ada, soalan latih tubi peperiksaan ada dan banyak lagi tau. Tengok tu, macam-macam aktiviti dan projek ada untuk anda sertai. Kuasai Bahasa Inggeris dengan aktiviti bercerita dan menulis. Berlakon di Bengkel Bercerita. Atau menulis esei dengan hebat dalam Bahasa Inggeris. Dunia sains, teknologi dan matematik juga tak bosan dengan aktiviti yang sangat interaktif. Komuniti ikhlas ni besar. Inilah masanya nak belajar sama-sama dengan kawan baru secara dalam talian. Tak kiralah sama ada nak berbincang pasal subjek baru atau cabar mereka dengan kuis mingguan. Tengok siapa boleh jadi nombor 1. Belajar secara dalam talian boleh jadi seronok dan mudah kalau anda belajar dengan ikhlas. Barulah boleh jadi peneraju masa depan. Terukai dunia belajar lagi seronok. Ikhlas menanti anda.